Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Meisya Anugrah Putri with the student ID 642515 and 63 from class 64-1C07, Faculty of Economics and Bisnis, majoring in Manajemen at Universitas Bina Sarana Informatika at Kampus Kramat 98. This video is part of my mid-semester examination project. Today, I would like to talk about smoking in campus areas. Well, as you can see, smoking might seem like a personal habit, but it actually harms everyone around us. Cigarette smoke contains dangerous chemicals that can cause lung and heart disease, not only for the smokers but also for the people around them. In my opinion, our campus should be healthy and smoke-free environment where students can study comfortably. Of course, when people smoke in public areas, it pollutes the air and make others feel disturbed. As a solution, the university should provide designed smoking area away from classroom and public spaces. There should also be campaigns or posters reminding the students about the dangers of smoking and encouraging them to quit. We as students can help by supporting smoke-free policies and reminding our friends to be more responsible. Together, we can make our campus a cleaner and healthier place to learn. That's it from me. Thank you for your attention. Bye.
Hello everyone, good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Meisya Anugrah Putri. With student identification 6425, 15 and 63. I'm a student from class 641C07 in the Faculty of Economics and Business, majoring in Bachelor of Management at Universitas Bina Sarana Informatika. And this video, I'm gonna present you taught you about the use of models for making requests. Also, this presentation's paper aims to complete the midterm examination assessment. So, little things about me. I enjoy reading comics, watching English movies, and listening to English songs. These hobbies help me relax and improve my skill. And before we get into the paper, the material, what is the model of request and what does it do to our daily life? So, when we want to ask for things, order at the restaurant, invite people to meetings, or to home makeovers, we use models of request. We use models to make requests sounds more polite, so in English, making the request short and direct is considered more impolite, so it's much better to use a longer version of the request by using models of request, so that the request is less direct and therefore considered more polite. And I will present the contents of this material, which is included the definitions, structure, how to use, and answer the question. So, the definition of modal verbs. What is the modal verbs? Modal verbs, what are the modal verbs? Modal verbs are used to add more information to the main verb. So, they always follow by the main verb in the infinitive form without to base form. So also, modal verbs don't change their form, meaning you don't have to add s, ing, or ed to them. As example, we have three the same meaning sentence, but the correct one is can she come over? Can she come over? Why? Because we don't use s. We don't need to use add ing or ed. So this is incorrect because we don't use es after the modal. And also this is also incorrect because we don't use s after the verbs. For the structure, how to construct sentence using modals for making requests. For the questions, for the basic one, modal, subject plus verb in base form. Example, would you like something to drink? Would as a modal, subject, you as a subject, like something to drink is the base form. And could as a modal and you as a subject, the verb is take a look at my homework. The verb is take. The verb is take a look at my homework. So, and the modal is will. Subject is you. Give me my money back as a verb. So we don't need to add s to the give. So this is the affirmative questions with modal of request. We're gonna learn how to use can, will, would you mind, how to place please, negative questions using not, answering requests, making offers, invitations, and ordering food. Can. What is the use of can? The modal verb can is commonly used to make informal or friendly requests. It expresses ability and willingness, but when used in request, it helps the speaker ask someone to do something in a polite yet casual manner. This form is appropriate only in everyday conversations with friends, family, or people we know well. The examples of can, we got, can you help me with this homework? Can you pass me to this salt, please? Can you open the window, please? Can you tell me the time? Will. What is the use of will? The mode of will is used to make direct but polite requests, often when we expect the listener to agree or when the situation is friendly and familiar. It expresses willingness and cooperation using will, shows that the speaker believes the listener is likely help or accept the request. The examples are like, will you help me with this project? Will you please turn off the lights? Will you join us for dinner tonight? Will you lend me your notes, please? Also, we can use add please to make it more polite. Would. What is the use of would? The modal verb would is used to make polite expression in English. This is considered more polite than will. It commonly appears when asking for permissions, making requests, or giving invitations. Using would make the sentence sound more formal and respectful. When is the right time to use would you mind? When we want to make polite requests, in English we can use phrase would you mind? Like, would you mind passing the note? Would you mind turning down the TV? Would you mind being more quiet? And etc. Now we get to learn how to use please. What is the use of please? When using modals of request such as would, could, can, and will, the word please can be placed after the subject or at the end of the sentence to make the request sounds more polite and respectful. Both position is grammatically correct and acceptable in formal or daily communications. The example of please is, would you please shut the door? Shut as the verb. You can add it before the shut, before the verb, or at the end of the sentence, like would you shut the door, please? The please is they can add to would, could, can, will in every request models of making requests. The please making it soften and more polite. Negative question. What is the use of negative question? Negative questions with model of request are used when we want to politely ask someone not to do something. To form negative requests, we place not before the main verb. This structure helps express the request in a gentle and respectful way, rather than giving a direct command. Negative questions. The example are, would you not speak so loudly? The speak so loudly is the main verb, so you can add it not before them. And would as a modals, you as a subject, mind, not, would you mind? Would you mind is the basic form of where making of verse. Not interrupting. Interrupting is the main verbs. Me while I'm speaking. Could you not smoke here? Could you not look at my phone? Can you not make so much noise? Therefore, there is answering requests. When responding to requests, we usually use short and polite answers. Short answers has a simple structure. For affirmative answers, use yes plus subject pronoun plus modal verb. The modal verb can be used can or will. And for the negative answers, we use no, subject pronoun plus modal verbs. We can use can't or won't. But if you want to use won't can be sound impolite in some situations. So you should use it for carefully, and you should read the room first before using won't. Answering request, the example, the affirmative one, we can add yes, I as a subject and can as a main verb. Or yes, I will, sure, okay, for short, no problem, yes, certainly, yes, of course, I will be happy to. For a negative one, no, I as a subject and cannot as the main verb. But if you want to make it polite, you can use I'm sorry, but I can't. I'd like to, but I can't. Well, I'm not sure. Actually, maybe not at the moment. Also, you can use softer expressions to make it more polite. In some cultures, such as British English, people tend to be less direct when saying no and may use softer expressions to make the refusal sounds more polite. We can also add phrases like I'm sorry or I'd like to, but I can't. The next one is making over. When making over in English, we use modal verbs such as can, could, would, or may, and make. These modals help us express willingness or readiness to do something for someone in a polite and considerate way. The choices of modals depends on the level of formality. A may and would sounds more formal. Meanwhile, you can use can and could are slightly less formal but still polite. Like, could I offer you a beverage? This is considered less formal but still impolite. Can I bring you something to drink? That too. And if you want to make it more formal, You can use may I take your order or would you like a beverage, like that. And this so something you can do at the daily communications. Invitations. What is the use of invitations? When we invite someone to join us or come to our homes, we commonly use the modal verbs would, like, could, will, or can. These modals help make our invitation sounds more polite and friendly. The choices of modals depends on the level of formality. Would and could are more polite, meanwhile will and can are more casual and used with the people we know well. Only with the people we know well. You can use will and can. So the rest you can use would and could. The examples. Would you like to come over tonight? This is considered polite and formal invitations. And you can also use could you come early? This is still polite and slightly formal. This is the direct invitation that you can only use for the people you know. Will you come to movie with? You will come to watch the movies with us, or can you come home early tonight? This is casual and used with someone's close. Ordering food. This is used for the daily communication as well. And how do you ordering food at the restaurant? When ordering food in a restaurant, we use polite expression with modal verbs such as would and can. The waiter or waitress often asks for our preferences using would you like. Meanwhile, the customer usually responds with expression like I would like, can I have, I will have. These phrases are used to make requests or order politely and naturally in everyday dining situations. The example, the waiter would ask you, would you like to sauce with that? Or would you like some tacos on it? And the customers usually will answer, I would like to. Can I have more tacos? And I will have the chicken or something. The next one, we're gonna answer some questions. I got already prepared 3 questions. Each questions, you have to choose the correct one. Like at the top one. Can you help me with this book, please? Or can you help me with these books? The differences are the as after the main verbs, the help. Help as or help only. I'm giving you 3 seconds to answer. 3, 2, 1. The correct one is can you help me with this book, please? Because we don't add as after the main verb. You can keep it like the verb one. Number 2, we got answering requests, type of questions. People number 1 or A. A says, can you help me move this box? B says, yes, I can. I says, can you lend me your car? B, no, I will not. Which answers sounds impolite and how can we make it better? Before you answer, I'm giving you 3 seconds to think about it before answering the question. 3, 2, 1. The answer is instead of no, I will not. You can add I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm sorry, but I can. Because no, I will not sounds too direct and considered more impolite. So adding I'm sorry is softens the tone and makes the refusals more polite. The question number 3, we have ordering food type of questions. The waiter, number 1, says, would you like sauce with that? customer says, yes, please, I would like the chicken. The waiter asks, can I have your order, please? The customer number 2, I will have the beef. And the customer number 3, I would like the fish. The question is, which sentence is incorrect? I'm giving you 3 seconds to think before you answers. 3, 2, 1. The correct answer, the incorrect question is, I would like the fish, because we don't add to before like. The correct form is, I would like the fish. The to before like is not right, so it's considered incorrect. Because the correct structure is would like plus noun or verb, using to without using to before like. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching my videos. Sorry if I had some mistakes, and enjoy my video. Hope you understand it well. Bye.